Hello, Geminis. This will be your June 2025 reading. You're always an interesting energy to connect into. I just feel like there's just so many aspects of your character and your personalities that you all lean into, which is why I think maybe you get a bit of a bad rep, right? Bad rep as being Geminis. But I think it's just because you really just lean into all of you, right? So I am going to do a charm and tarot reading. Bear with me as I make a little noise, letting the charms fall how they may, and then we'll get some companion tarot, and then we'll kind of jump into the reading and see what kind of general themes are coming out for Gemini for June 2025. So let's see what's happening in the month ahead. Okay. I'm just kind of seeing how they want to group. I'll leave that one on both. I was touching both. Okay. So I feel like we might have like 4 themes, which seems to be kind of the general case here with the signs so far. This corner is kind of grouping itself together for me energetically. These 2 are definitely on their own energetically. And then we have this grouping down here that are coming together. So we'll see sort of how the cards want to join in and help build out the messages for Gemini, June 2025. What do they have to look forward to, prepare for? What kind of messages do we have? Okay. I'm just going to tuck that one back in because I don't feel like they want that one. Oh, put that there. One charm, 3 cards. Interesting. I'm just going to shuffle again. Just getting a feeling that they want to add some more cards down here, but they weren't happy with where I had everything. Okay. Let's see. I want these kind of internal guys here. Almost lost them. Thank God for long nails sometimes, or longish nails, I guess. Okay. Let's see where they want us to go first here. I'm gonna kind of lean in. My eyes keep getting drawn up to the top there, so I don't know if maybe that's where they want me to go first. Yeah, I'm still looking at it. So, so we have my little whimsical box here. Always makes me think of like a Jack in the Box that's getting ready to jump out, just because it's nice and kind of decorative, but also sort of the spinning wheel makes me think of like the crank. So, you know, a message of surprise coming for you in the month of June, so the month ahead. And this is meant for you to happen. So I think they're getting you to be prepared for this surprise. Because usually, or not usually, but sometimes a surprise could be, you know, news we weren't yet planning to receive, right? Okay. And then we have our beautiful beautiful hug here. I'm not one to like want to deliver, somewhat less happy news. I'm trying to watch my words here. But I feel like some of you, maybe not all of you, but some of you will be receiving news this month. And maybe that's why I was doing air quotes earlier when I was saying surprise, and I was already kind of leaning into not all surprises are great, but there might be news of like a diagnosis here. But it's on this is meant to happen. So this is probably an operation recovery, diagnosis recovery that is fated to happen for this individual in your life. This definitely is you lending them support. But I keep saying recovery and the pink flowers are really kind of reinforcing that for me. So for Gemini, there could be, like I said, there could be someone in your family or a close friend. There's definitely is a very close relationship where they may be sharing news of a diagnosis with you, or the need to have LASIK surgery or dental surgery or something. And there's going to be a recovery period. So you just need to be there for them as anyone naturally will to help someone get better, someone to recover. Maybe they're coming in because they're asking you to help out with certain things. Pending the surgery, maybe they can't walk immediately afterwards, or maybe they can't do errands. So maybe there's a bit of can you help out? Can you kind of pick up here for me and provide a little assistance? So just be prepared, I guess, in June to offer that support to that individual in your life. Again, they are, like, I keep getting like this push of recovery. So it's like surprise of the news, but there is recovery as an outcome. I might be coming directly down here to my daisy and dream and my circus tent. Yeah, I think so. So the circus tent is all about watching mood swings, mindset, the mental space kind of being snapping, and also just a chaotic environment. The craziness of the circus acrobats and all the acts happening at once, right? And it's landed on the past as having an impact on you, and changes are about to happen. So this is probably another watch out of, in June, the world of Geminis might change to suddenly feel chaotic. It might be connected to you stepping up a bit here to help out. So your schedule is going to be a little tight, right? So it could be chaotic, or the fact that the changes are happening. Anytime a change is happening, it could be chaotic, and the change is coming connected to the past. So this could be a significant change in where you're living. So letting go of your previous home and moving into a new. It could be you walking away from your past. So a past partnership, an employment, an environment. So you're leaving that, and that change is likely to trigger a sensation, a feeling of chaoticness, which might trigger you to kind of snap or be sort of moody or emotional, and not intentionally. It just happens that way, right? When we're stressed, we don't always know how the stress is going to manifest itself. And then we have our dream symbol here on time to change your energy. So, I'm coming off of a warning of emotional state regarding your mood and your sort of positive energy, push into a positive energy. So maybe this triggered change was maybe not something you were hoping for, but they want you to see it as, you know, this is the best thing for you. If it's a forced change, best thing for you. If it's a change you initiated, best thing for you. So you made the right decision, right? You're going to head down into a more dream-like state here. And then next to that, we have the sunflower. And the sunflower is about getting stuck at a standstill. Like sunflowers, you know, they grow so tall and they just stand there beautifully in the sunshine, right? So feeling stuck at a standstill, feeling like time's passing you by. Maybe you're in a scenario where you feel like friends and family members are progressing in life, and you feel like you haven't had a recent milestone. So sort of that feeling of something passing you by. This charm in particular does have a duality of also just alluding to a vacation, a sunny spot, a sunny destination, or a cultural destination, a destination that has a completely different culture from you, and kind of experiencing that. So we'll see how the tarot cards kind of clarify. Maybe that's why so many fell. Maybe there's actually two. You know, you are Gemini, so maybe the group is getting split down the middle here, and there's, you know, half of you just need to focus on adjusting your energy as it relates to the changes happening in your life in the month of June. And then the other half of you are focusing in on the travel aspect here, the trip that you've been looking forward to. Yeah, so I mean, so there definitely is vacation here for Gemini in June. And I'm seeing not only sort of the excitement and the enjoyment, but I'm drawn into the fact that I feel like this is more of a domesticated dog who's now like wild and free in the field, right? So completely different environment for him in terms of vacation, warm and sunny. Then we have here a desert landscape, warm and sunny, but again, a completely different environment, right? It's very obscure compared to the lush environment here. So wherever you're going, not only are you going to have an amazing time, but you're really going to be entrenched in the culture. Definitely my type of traveling. So it sounds like a lot of fun, and just kind of really embracing the experiences available to you, and the learnings and the knowledge, and being able to kind of bring that back. And then the sort of major change group. You're not happy about it because my dog just barked. So again, connecting to this emotional state of like, you know, maybe you are feeling forced into this change. So maybe that's why it's hard for you to grasp that this is, you know, this is going to be a dream come true, because a lot of you are probably drawn into the fact this is Three of Swords, but I actually see, you know, fireworks setting off here. Like pa pa pa, right? And you know, we use fireworks to celebrate big things, right? The birthdays and parties and the national days and weddings, etc. So and it's coming from the heart here, but look how dark your heart is. So I definitely feel like you're a bit turned off. And they're like, no, you know, this change is going to reignite your heart, reignite your passion. So in terms of like mindset, if you're able to go with the flow, which I feel like might be terminology that the Gemini wants to fight against, it's very Piscean to just, you know, I'm just going to go with the flow here. If you can tap into that a bit here, right? Just go with the flow. And you're going to have this amazing celebration at the end. Change is always uncomfortable, but the change is going to be as fun as this vacation. So that might be why they're grouped together here, because there's two such different messages. I definitely feel like it's two groups. So if you're the group, if you're the Gemini going on vacation, I don't feel like you're the Gemini having a kind of forced major change in life. It's kind of one or the other, but regardless, vacationers having a blast, and like I said, you're really going to be impacted by this culture you're going to experience. There is that sense of bringing back, how it's going to affect you as a person, what you're bringing back. And then this major change being the best thing for your soul, best thing for your heart, predestined. It needed to happen. That's why it's been forced on you. You probably knew this change needed to happen. You've been delaying it. So Gemini in June, the angels and the universe has stepped in and said, nah, this change is happening. Sort of the arrows through the hearts here, just kind of next door here. What is slowing your body down? We have my arrows through the dual linked hearts here. And this is a return of a past hurt, or putting something off for too long, right? And causing rocky situations. And I was just talking about this being a forced change. So if you've been feeling broody and moody and down on your luck and angry at the world, that's what's been slowing your body down, because you've been either intentionally or unintentionally, just energetically, trying to push back against this change. Okay. Well, I might do like 2 and yeah. So see how, like, I was just talking about, like, pushing back, and then the first card they provide us is, you know, she's battling the chaotic environment, battling the birds, you know, not wanting to give up the nest. Maybe this is like you not wanting to leave home, and your parents were like, you're 21 and we're kicking you out. Like, I don't know. But there's just this sense of like, no, this stubbornness of, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go. I don't want to change. And then here's your flock of angels. Like, look how many angels are in this card in the background, right? Like, look at, it's opening up and they're just kind of pouring out, and they're trying to get you out of the darkness, right? Maybe you purposely have been keeping yourself in a funk since the kickoff of 2025. Maybe Gemini is just, you haven't been feeling the year and you're like, screw this. But your angels are swarming you now, and really trying to reinforce for you, like, no, this is going to do you good. You have to jump out. You know, take that leap, embrace the change. Okay. Yeah, I mean, down here with the swans here, you know, very angelic. Their beautiful plumage, making the symbol of the heart to you. Like, if angels could show up in the video, right, and make the heart symbol, this would be them doing it. So just some more reinforcement here for you that, you know, again, that go with the flow message, like, just trust. Probably very difficult for Gemini. Well, difficult for anybody. I'm going to say when the world feels chaotic, it's difficult to trust anything, right? But there's just this reinforcement of just please trust. I'm really drawn into the saying, the world is your oyster. I'm going to do my best to stop shaking. Not sure why I'm shaking. Maybe that's you being nervous, right, about the change. But see how he's like walking very purposely forward, away from the water, forward to the trove of riches there on the beach. So, you know, embracing the trust, embracing your confidence to meet this challenge, this change head on. I don't know why I said challenge. This change head on. Maybe it feels challenging to you. I mean, a change of environment for anybody is a challenge. But if you embrace it and face it head on, again, this message of abundance, right? The fireworks going off, and now there's all these treasures just waiting for you on the beach. Like nobody's even there. They're just there for you to take. So, you know, your angels are very much encouraging you here to jump off and sort of take what's yours. I think maybe that's why I was getting the saying, like, the world is your oyster. Like there's stuff there predestined for you to grab, Gemini, and you've been holding yourself back from it. And then we have my artist palette, and this will signify an important youth in your life. So youth just means younger than you. So whatever your age is, this person is younger than you. A year younger, 20 years younger, whatever it is. It's also a reminder to have fun, right? It's a call back to youth. And they gave us right at the top a young child. They have a dog frolicking in a field, very youth-like, right? Kind of fairy tale-ish here with the I guess the knight kind of character here battling with the birds. So we'll see. We have don't dwell on this, move forward. So it could be something you're dwelling on from your childhood, actually, which has changed your ability to have fun, or your definition of fun, with important guidance from you. I mean, anything around it, even secret message, angels want you to know this, but, you know, important guidance, don't dwell on this from your past. And then we had the butterfly about transformation. So again, another throwback to major change. Oop. And it flew off my hand. I don't know why I did that. I should not have dropped it. Maybe that was them, you know, jumping out of the nest, right? So again, your angels are even on video telling you to like embrace this transformation, embrace this change. Like they literally leapt off my hand. And it's, how can you feel at peace and connected to this deepest struggle? So, you know, you're definitely struggling with embracing this change, and maybe it stems from an experience you had in childhood. Like maybe you went through a major move in childhood. Maybe you went through a major academic institution change in your younger years and it didn't go so well. Maybe you've already changed countries once and it didn't go so well. And there's this feeling of forget that the last time it didn't work, this time it will. It's a different change. It's a different transformation for you. And as soon as I flipped over this card, I heard tea time in my head. So I don't know if some of you have been, again, I've been talking about changing countries. So this could be an overseas, because tea time for me would be overseas. I'm based in Canada, so this would be me going to the UK, right? So, or India, or, you know, China, anywhere that, you know, tea is widely embraced. But that would be a significant change for me. That's a cultural change for me. So this is maybe why it's something that is so hard for you to grapple with, is because of this sort of forced change of pretty significant scale with respect to your environment. And it's because of the fear of the unknown, right? He doesn't know what's around this corner here, but it's lit up with like the light of angels, right? That's the white light. There's no mistaking it. At least for someone like me, but there's no mistaking heading towards your predestined path. So if the angels are saying you're meant to come this way, they're essentially your beacon here, and to have this significant cultural change, this significant change in your environment, the people that will be around you, the food, the type of socialization, the structure of the town, the cities, right? So much is going to be changing for you, but it's a necessary change. So all this talk of change came after the news here. So I feel like for you in June at least, supporting is coming first. You know, for those of you receiving this kind of news, you know, being available and supporting comes first. Otherwise, collectively, those of you not going on vacation and already ready to embrace a new culture, the rest of you need to be ready to embrace a new culture, a new learning, a new environment of some kind. This is going to be completely new to you. So maybe there's a lot of younger Geminis watching this month. So, this could be the transition from post-secondary to real world working. This can be people transitioning to retirement, maybe. Maybe there's a lot of Geminis watching today that are kind of fighting against retirement. Maybe your company just kind of forced you into it, and angels are like, no, you're meant to do this because now you have the freedom to go here, go there, live here, live there. So, a pretty wonderful June coming up in terms of personal growth. If you can learn the power of managing your emotions, because we had the watch out of the mood swings, and and learn the ability to go with the flow, move forward with the way things are moving forward, embrace change because of the positive sort of outcome that comes from the change that is ahead of you. Like these center cards are all green, 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 all lush, 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 lush abundance. So, great things to look forward to. If you can get through the toughness of June 2025, I think, the balance of the year, we're going to see some pretty fantastic stuff for Gemini. So hopefully I'll see you in those future readings, and we'll be able to stay connected on sort of your progress here. But, this is not an easy thing to do, personal change. It's not an easy thing to do to support someone through a tough time, but you have the ability to do it. And you're not alone, right? You've got so many angels and angelic cards here in your reading. So if and when you need to, talk to them, ask them for help, invite them in. They're there for you. So I'll see you in the future readings.